Are silver and gold prices moving too slowly, causing stackers to quit the hobby? How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Empire Precious Metals. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you blast that subscribe button and get the bell notification clicked. That way we get updated with any new content. Today I wanted to talk about silver and gold, in particular, the prices. And it seems like any time that the silver and gold price tends to move up, then it gets bashed right back down. So at the time of the recording of this video, we're seeing gold has dropped $34 today. It's down to $1,677, and we saw silver drop down to $19.86, down by 61 cents. Now, I'm not an individual who's constantly saying, buy the dip, the metals are down, or the time is now, silver and gold is basically going to run out and you need to buy and it's going to shoot the moon. I'm not one of those individuals. But what I will say is that I do hear what a lot of people say, both in conversations on the phone, in DM groups, chat groups on Instagram, emails that I receive, comments on my channel. Essentially, people are getting really, really tired of the silver and gold prices being flat. There are people who have been buying gold and silver when the prices were really high, and now that they're seeing that the prices are low and continue to lower, they get really, really upset. They think that they either made some sort of miscalculation or are failing, that they put all this money into a losing proposition. And then you get people that are new into stacking that are seeing that the prices have come down and this is a buying opportunity. I have a lot of people within the stacking community that I've met over the last 5 years, and there are people who I know, content creators who I know, who are just basically tired of precious metals and are essentially getting out of precious metals for the long term. They've made their money buying and selling it or whatever, and they've kind of just decided, you know what, to hell with it, I'm over it, I'm sick of it. It's the same stuff day in and day out, and I totally get that. But those of us that are into silver and gold for long-term stacking, we have seen over the last couple of years with the pandemic, with supply shortages, with complete shutdowns, we've seen the prices of gold and silver really go up relatively high. In fact, gold hit all-time highs just about, 6 months ago, a year ago, $2,070, somewhere in that ballpark in intraday trading. Silver was hovering right around $30, couldn't really quite make it over that hurdle, and then it just basically stayed in the upper 20s for quite some time, and then up until recently we saw silver drop all the way down below the $20 range. Now, if you're into buying precious metals, and if you bought at those highs, I've said time and time again, this is a long-term play. Now would be the opportunity to buy and dollar cost average down. Some people that did buy when prices were high, they're really feeling the pain. And this is one of those opportunities where you kind of need to double down on what you initially set out to do. So if you bought a couple ounces of gold at those highs, now would be an opportunity for you to buy 2 to 3 ounces more if you possibly can, but buy some more to bring your dollar cost average down. Now, there's no telling when this is going to end with the price drops. There's more talks about the Fed possibly increasing rates another 100 to 125 basis points by the end of this year. And if that happens, we will see the dollar get stronger, and then that will make silver and gold drop even further. And if that's the case, we could possibly be into the $1,500 range for gold. But in my opinion, what a fantastic opportunity that is. A lot of people that buy gold are really enthusiastic about the metal. They love it. It's almost this kind of compulsion. They're addicted to it. And I'm pretty certain that 99% of the people who are into buying gold would love to see prices drop even more so they can acquire more gold at cheaper rates. If I'm wrong, obviously, please feel free to comment down below and tell me otherwise. Same with silver. Now, for me, silver, I'm not really a big stacker with silver per se. I buy it, I flip it. I do like to buy some stuff for my own personal collection, but I'm not one of those individuals who is putting a lot of my money into stacking silver. I will buy some pieces here or there, but the majority of my stacking I actually put into gold. I've got plenty of silver as it is. I don't really need any more silver. Some people will say, well, you can never have enough. I disagree with that, but we'll get into that in another video. But I do put the majority of my money when it comes to stacking precious metals into gold. I buy a lot of the regular, bullion grade stuff. Recently, I started getting into some of the, slabbed and graded pre-33 gold, which could be relatively lucrative, depending on what it is that you're looking to do. But I do think that now that we're seeing these prices dropping, I do think that these long sustained lulls or drops in prices are really good times for people to get in and to dollar cost average down. And for those of you that have been sitting on the sidelines and have said that gold is too expensive to get into it right now, now is a good opportunity because we haven't seen gold this cheap in quite some time. And for me personally, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that gold drops even more. Does that mean I'm losing value on what I paid for a lot of this stuff here? Absolutely. But I look at this again as a chance where I would be able to buy more gold buffaloes, or maybe I'll buy some more gold eagles or another one of these Lynx coins or whatever the case may be. But I'll buy more gold at cheaper rates to bring my dollar cost average down because I know I'm going to be holding on to this for a long term. So anyway, even though people are, getting really upset about the silver and gold prices being relatively flat and dropping, you got to hang on. Keep buying your silver and gold for your insurance purposes because it's a good store of wealth, because it's a really rewarding hobby. You're not wasting your money on, just junk and garbage. It's stuff that actually has true intrinsic value, is something that hedges against inflation, is a really good store of wealth, rewarding to see your money grow as you stack it. I mean, there's tons and tons of reasons as to why this is a really good hobby. So those of you that are on the sidelines thinking about whether or not you should be buying, now would be a good time for you to be pulling the trigger on gold and silver. Anyway, let me know, am I wrong? Put your comments down below.